right, this is the Boys Down Bad podcast, and we are super excited to welcome on a member of the Nebraska baseball team, Emmett Olson, to the pod. Emmett, welcome on.
Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely, thanks for coming on, brother. How you doing?
Great, man. Just got back from Phoenix, relaxing a little bit for the last like 2 days, so I don't got much on the schedule. So kind of just chilling out and relaxing.
Good. So off season been treating you well. Are you not playing summer ball this year?
No, I threw a little, so I kind of threw like the most I've thrown in like ever, like 90 innings or whatever. Um, so just kind of shut down and see what happens here in the next couple weeks.
So just giving the arm a break. How's the arm
Yeah,
feel?
it feels great. Like I still kind of want to throw. Like it feels weird not throwing because I got nothing else to do except just lift. Um, But yeah, I feel it feels great. I feel like I just go out there and throw again. So
Good. You playing a lot of you play golf?
uh if there's a lefty who's going in the group, I'll go. I still don't got clubs yet. Um, I
You're a
keep on saying I need to
pitcher,
go to like play
gotta
it against
go.
sports or something.
Yeah, you're a pitcher. You gotta get on the course, man.
That's what everyone tells me. I mean, I've gotten better. Like I've gone probably six times. I've gotten better every time.
Okay.
But I just need to get my own clubs at this point now.
There you go. Cool, man. Well, we wanted to hop into your career story. Growing up, was it always baseball for you?
Uh, for like the most part, it's like my favorite sport always.
Mhm.
But I played like all through grade school. I played basketball, volleyball. Everyone played volleyball. I guess like nowhere else it was normal for guys to play volleyball.
I was just about to
Um,
ask that. You played like volleyball in high school?
no, just like probably from what, like fourth grade to eighth grade.
Hmm.
Same thing with basketball or maybe second grade. I can't remember. But everyone played it around from. Um, so I played that and then played a little bit of hockey too. So kind of everything, but baseball is always my number one.
Nice. Yeah, we play a little sand volleyball.
Okay,
We're not great
that
at
kills you. It kills you.
it. It does. It's tiring, especially when it's like 100 degrees outside.
Oh, bro, yeah. It's like you put it in like Phoenix when I was just there. Like I think I looked at the weather and it's supposed to be 113 in like a day or two. Like I don't know if people do that.
Yeah, that's insane. So what was high school baseball kind of like in Illinois? Was it really competitive?
Um, I mean, yeah, it was competitive. Uh, but I feel like every team kind of like one guy, like maybe one or two guys max, like that were like really good, and everyone else was just kind of like they'll go to like a junior college or a D3 or something. But like there's always that one guy who's gonna go to like a D1 or something. Like my my rival school, we had a I think second rounder. He was like 6'7", tall dude, just like threw like 98 lefty. Um, so yeah, like then there's a kid who was going to like South Carolina at my other rival school. So like there's always just like that one guy. My team like it's kind of just like me and then I think a kid went like two kids went junior college and then one kid went to like a D2 or D3 or something. So yeah, it
Gotcha.
was kind of just like one guy who was really good and then everyone else was just kind of like decent.
So obviously you were the guy for your team. What was it like just shoving in high school?
Yeah. It was pretty cool. It was like I mean if I didn't pitch I was playing first base, but I've always loved pitching more.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's no other feeling really out there than just like being in total control of a game. I mean, just going at your pace, um, just like shoving it down the throat. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable to do. It's fun.
Did you have something, Drew? Oh, you didn't. Okay. I thought you were about to say something.
Oh,
My
no.
bad. So did you play like in the summers, did you guys play Legion ball or were you more like travel?
They don't have Legion in Illinois, where I'm from. Like it was just a surprise when Max, like someone told me when Max was going to commit here, he's like he's hitting 800 in Legion ball. I'm like, isn't that like house league or something? Like the kids who don't play like anything else are just like terrible. I'm like, okay, this kid's gonna be, whatever. And then you know who Max is. But
What's
like we played like actual like travel ball. I didn't like actually do like the state like traveling until I was like 14, 13 or 14, like high schoolish.
okay.
But before it was kind of like an hour drive to like local kind of places. But then
Yeah.
it got like more sped up like high school. Like you're going to Georgia, then you're going to Florida, and then
Yeah. Did you like
it's
a lot of
unbelievable.
showcase stuff?
Not really. I did like maybe like two PBR events just like to get my name out there. Because those are like it's like running Illinois, so like there's always something going on there, and it's a lot cheaper than the perfect game one. I remember I'd look at like the perfect game prices, and I think it was like 2 grand or something for like a 14 or 15-year old to like go throw a 15 pitch bullpen and then hit 10 balls off the tee and see what the exit velocity was. But it was like 150 to the PBR one. So I did that stuff and like the tournaments, honestly, like those kind of did everything for me. Like that's how I got like contacted by every school that reached out to me. It wasn't like I don't know, high school in Illinois, like really there really wasn't like recruiters there or anything. It was really weird. So you'd have to kind of do the travel thing.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good transition. How did you end up getting to Nebraska and getting looked at by the coaches?
That's kind of a funny story. So I was actually in Florida for one of these tournaments, and then I had a couple schools call me. I can't remember off the top of my head, but my GPA wasn't great. So like some schools I'd talk to them and they just kind of like, I'd tell them my GPA and they just kind of, just veer off and make it a quick conversation. But Nebraska was fine with mine. I was talking to Coach Silva, the old coach. So it was like him, Erstead, and then I can't remember the other two. But I was talking to them. I was probably gonna commit within like the next week or something like that, and then all of them left, which is kind of brutal. So I was left with like all these like smaller mid-major schools like Ball State or like a Eastern Southern Illinois, something like that. So I was actually at another tournament the next weekend or 2 weekends after the Florida one, and um, it was in Indiana, and I saw Coach Harvell there. I didn't know who it was at first. I just saw a guy with the black Nebraska hat, so I went up to him. I said, "Hey, I'm pitching like tomorrow or whatever. Can you just make sure to see me because I was gonna commit, but my offer's not there anymore." Um, so I think he saw me pitch and had me come out to a camp, and then after that, I think I committed like a week or two. I think I went on a visit and then committed.
There you
Me
go.
and Bryce were the only two on the visit not committed at the point. So we were talking back and forth. We're like, should we come here? Like, what do we do? So it's pretty
Yeah,
funny looking back at it now.
Bryce is an awesome dude. We had him on earlier. He's a goofball.
No, he's hilarious. We were just playing the show actually. I just got off to talk to you guys.
Nice. That's awesome. What was kind of the biggest difference that you noticed coming from high school straight to Nebraska?
Um, I guess my story is different than like people in other years because it was the no senior year and then COVID. So we had a bunch of fifth years, like still like a bunch of older guys too. And then it was like me and one other pitcher who were freshmen coming in. So like I was basically the only other pitcher because the kid got cut like later in the year, but that's whatever. That's besides the point. um, yeah, he just like he was always hurt or something. So I was kind of like the only pitcher. So I'd have to like, well, the only freshman pitcher, sorry. So I have to like, talk to the older guys, try to get a catch partner for like every day, which is kind of a grind because honestly, like looking back at it, like as a senior or a sophomore or junior, like you don't really want to play catch the freshman, like
Yeah.
like I'm being totally honest. Um, so I had to do that, and then I had pretty good success in the fall, and then I pitched a good amount in the actual season. But the main thing I thought was the difference was like I said, there's not just that one guy in the lineup that was going to be able to like expose you. There's nine of them, and I'm 18 coming in. There's going to be dudes who are 24, 23 I'm facing instead of guys who are 16, 15. So it's like I'm facing grown men instead of just like little kids at this point. So that's like the main thing, and then just like being able to like refine my pitches and be able to throw them like when I want, where I want them, kind of like that. Just being able to fine tune everything, just have trust. So yeah.
When you came in to first start throwing, were you really intimidated, or were you looking at it as an opportunity to kind of prove yourself?
I'm not gonna lie, I was probably a little bit intimidated because I mean, I got Spencer Schwellenbach in the box, and then Jackson Hallmark, all those guys who just had unbelievable years. Um, but I mean, I was just ready to just take an opportunity and run with it. Just if I'm throwing one inning a week in our inner squad, just be able to go out there and just compete. It doesn't matter if I give up 2 home runs or whatever it is, just be able to come back from the adversity and just be able to like just do what I've been doing. Because at the end of the day, you're there for a reason. It's not a mistake. You're there. So
100%.
um, so that's what I kind of thought of it as. So
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of just had a question watching the College World Series. We see guys throwing on pretty short rest. What's kind of like how many days do you really need to feel like I can go out and, put in a good amount of innings with, in a College World Series setting where you don't have, 5 days to rest?
yeah. Well, the College World Series is a lot different because I mean the amount of adrenaline you got. I mean, you got like 25,000 fans at every game. Um, I was trying to do it at the Big Ten tournament. I think I can't remember how many pitches I threw, maybe like 70 or 60, maybe 80. I don't remember. Uh, but like 2 days later, I was trying to come back. They didn't end up giving it to me. I was pissed. Um, I mean, I think it's like but I did like cryotherapy and stuff. So like I was just doing like everything. I never did it before that.
Oh, nice.
Someone told me to do it, and I was like, might as well try it. It's unbelievable.
Did it help a lot?
Freezing cold, huh?
Did it help a lot? 'Cause I've
Yeah,
heard
it like sped up the recovery, but like it was brutal. It was like 3 minutes of just like negative 100 degrees. Just like my mustache was like freezing up and stuff. Um, but yeah, it really helped. And then, but I think of like a lot of guys are doing that now,
yeah.
like in the pros and especially like a 5 day rest. But I think I don't know. I could probably come back in like 5, 6 days,
Mhm.
something like that. But the full 7 days is awesome. But like towards the end of the year, you kind of just have to like scrunch it in. Like I think the Big Ten tournament, I pitched in like 4 or 5, and then Purdue maybe like 4 or 5 again. So it's kind of just like a like know yourself kind of thing. Don't overdo it in the bullpen. Don't throw a bullpen if you don't have to.
Yeah,
It's just kind of feeling the week out, and not overdoing it or not underdoing it too.
for sure. One question I had was, what's the secret to kind of keeping a healthy arm for you?
Um, to warm up to throw, not throw to warm up, is a kind of a thing
Okay, I like that.
I've heard it before from like pro guys, and it kind of stuck with me. You don't want to throw to warm up. You want to warm up to throw. So like I always make sure to do um a bunch of like warm ups. Like you always gotta get your legs in. If you just do like your upper body, then your upper body's gonna do like all the work. Your lower body's not gonna do like lower body's half the battle when you're pitching. So if you're not gonna like warm up, not gonna run or anything, like that's just a problem right away. So um just being able to, listen to yourself too, like I said before, listen to your body. If you don't feel great, don't throw it 100%. Don't throw it 100% every single day. Um, and don't just throw without warming up. I mean, just don't be an idiot is the main thing. Just
Don't be an idiot.
it's like what you need personally. Like people like love doing the weighted balls. I don't really go near those. But I just make sure to do bands every day. Like do move my arms first and then do my bands and then I do a bunch of weird stuff like where I'm going like 90-90 with like my fastball and then change up grip and then curveball grip, like
Nice,
walking back and forth. So I probably like a fool. But in the long run, I mean, it helps. So just listening to yourself is the main thing, I think, and then just not trying to cut any corners as well. So
for sure. Yeah, I played college baseball at Hastings, and I always thought that the POs just had the life. I mean,
yeah.
a lot of the time they were just just shagging balls, just hanging out, chopping it up. How awesome is it being a PO?
Okay, it's got its pros and cons. Um, so the pros are, I'd say like, yeah, you get to just chill out half the time, whatever. But we do have to run a lot more than the hitters. They don't really know that. Um, the shagging is fun to an extent. Like it's fun for like half the time, and then like the other like 30 minutes, you're like, okay, like the sun's beating down. It's like middle of August, no wind. You're just dying out there. Um, and then cleaning up. We gotta set up the field and clean up the field for them. I mean, I'm not using the turtle. I don't know why I gotta do it every day, but um,
That's fair.
so those are the only things I don't like. everything else, I mean, is perfect. Like in the fall, we had like Tuesday mornings. The hitters would run while we would like sit in a circle and stretch. So I mean that really they didn't like that. Um, so yeah, I think there's a lot of pros for the pitching, but the cons are just like you gotta be the maids for the hitters. They can't do it for themselves.
That's fair. I get that.
But I mean,
Um,
if they're doing their job, I have no problem. I got
Yeah,
no problem doing it.
100%.
100%. So the biggest thing we saw in college was the new pitch clock. What were your kind of first thoughts on it? Do you like it in general? I guess what are your just kind of thoughts on that?
When I first heard about it, I was like, made me think for like a day or two. I was like, am I gonna be good? Like, will I be fine? But then like I've always worked fast.
Hmm.
Um, but like it still made me think like 20 seconds, like that's kind of quick. Maybe it's like a really hot day. Like, you know how it is. Like some days it's like brutal out. Maybe you didn't drink enough water and you just feel terrible on the mound. You feel like any pitch is just you just throw up or something. Especially like down in like Georgia or down in the South when it just gets brutally humid out there.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, sure, I just lost my train of thought. Um,
Uh, Throwing up on the mound.
what was the question again? I can't remember.
Oh, the pitch clock.
Yeah, like
Oh, the pitch clock. Yeah. Geez, I don't know how I even got to throwing up on there. But like
I don't.
I've always just moved fast, like on the mound. And like in the winter, right before the season, they had like a pitch clock right behind the plate. And I didn't look. I don't even look at it honestly half the time. I just kind of get the ball, just get the pitch and go. Like I don't think on the mound. If I think, bad things happen. So just get the ball, throw it. That's all I do. But I remember we were throwing in. I was doing like a live outing, and after like my second inning, Max came up to me. He's like, "Hey, like we're throwing it at like 15 seconds every time. Like you could chill out a little bit." I'm like really? He's like, "Yeah, I need like a little bit more time like to get to my spot." Uh, which kind of sucks because I just want to just get it go and then sit down. So I never really thought there was a problem with it, but like some guys maybe like I don't know if you've ever seen like the videos like on YouTube or something like they show like a old clip of like a World Series game, the biggest moments. It's like a 35-second pitch. Like what are they gonna do? Like are they gonna give the guy just like a full count? They're just gonna walk the guy to win the World Series or what it may be, whatever it may be. So I think there's good and bad for it, but definitely good for like college too. Like maybe like smaller schools who don't where the games aren't going fast. There's not a lot of like offense going on like that. That's big too. So
Yeah, for sure. So let's go back to this past year. You've kind of had a little bit of time to think on it. What's kind of your closing thoughts on the year?
um, I mean we had a hell of a team. I mean that's probably one of the better teams I've been on. Comparable to like my the 2021 team who went to Fayetteville. I mean just like Dylan Carey, like that kid's gonna do something crazy. That kid is just unbelievable. As a freshman doing that, like he's crazy. Um, it kind of sucks because I mean, I thought there was just things in our control that couldn't do as players. But I thought we gave it all we had, and yeah, it was I thought it was a great season. Obviously, didn't go to the World Series, which we should have done, but I'm not like disappointed or anything about the season. I thought it was great.
Yeah, everyone we've talked to said that the team was just like all best friends, like had such a good vibe around it. Is
Mhm.
that kind of how you felt too?
Yeah, I mean, like even with like all these like we had I think 15 guys who stayed from last year and like 27 or whatever new guys. Like it could have easily been like two different teams or like, like uh, whatever. I'm coming to get your job. Like me and Jace, if it could have been like that, but like he's one of my like better friends on the team. Like we're like brothers. So it was like it was awesome. Um, just like having like a group of guys where everyone I could tell anything to. Like I didn't have to hide anything or anything. No one had to do the same. So it was awesome just having a group of guys like that.
Sure. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I've always thought college baseball would just be like the most fun thing you could do. It just seems like a brotherhood, like we talked about. How much fun is it? What's your favorite part about playing college baseball?
Um, yeah, it's awesome. The guys, they're unbelievable. Sometimes you get too close with them. Um, um, but like my favorite part, that's a good question. It may sound like a weird answer, but like going through fall, like it sucks. Like the grind of just falling and you got 35 other guys who are going through the exact same thing and you're going to class for 4 hours a day and then 4 hours of practice and then an hour and a half of lifting and like it's just brutal. It's just a grind, waking up early, going to bed late. Just like being able to go through them, going through it with them and not like if you think about like sometimes you get like a thought like, damn, this sucks. Like, like I should just quit or something. And then you think like, oh, there's 35 other guys doing the exact same thing. None of them are quitting. Like, it kind of just like it keeps the motor in your head a little bit.
So obviously baseball, it's a huge mental game. How important is the mental side of pitching for you, do you think, when you're on the mound?
It's huge. I've never really had like problems with like my mental game. I've always been pretty good at it. Um, like on the field, not. I mean, I don't know why. I just kind of was not smart, but kind of just do good stuff in my head, if that makes sense. But I mean, it's like I think it's like maybe the most important thing, other than like like your physical appearance and stuff. Because I mean, a leadoff double or something like that could really get to someone. Like a leadoff home run, they're just hitting like a couple solo shots off you. Like he could easily just like crumble. Um, like even if you look at the Vanderbilt game, like same dude hit a fastball off me and then a slider off me, like just jacks, and then another solo shot. Like it sucks. Like solo shots, like they suck. Any home run sucks. Like it just like it's demoralizing because they beat you. Like they just beat you, and there's no other way. Like there's no other way to put it. They beat you.
They just got you.
Um, so like just being able to like the main thing for me is just like being able to like come back, like not letting a failure be like something bad for me. Like I want it like a failure. It sucks in the moment, but in the end of the day, it's gonna make you better. Like um, pitching, hitting, whatever it may be, is getting that extra rep and just going through it.
100%. Yeah, I like that answer. What I've noticed with you is you have a pretty big leg kick. Have you always had that while you're pitching? Is that something you kind of picked up later on?
Um, I really don't know how it came about, but I think it was like maybe 3 weeks or like a month before the season last year. Um, I was just kind of like messing around and uh, I was throwing. I was like, okay, this kind of feels good because I've always like had a problem when I was younger, like just like pushing straight off my back leg, just not using it all. So I kind of used that, and I was like, I saw like Trevor Bauer did it. He was the main guy because I always loved watching him. So like, there's always like guys who had like a big funky leg kick, and I kind of tried it, and it had me just like sit in my back leg more, and just like I don't know, I saw velocity go up and all that stuff. My arm felt better, so I kept doing it. But yeah, it was just kind of like out of the blue. I don't really know how it came about,
It's
but
random.
it's here
That's
to stay. So, yeah.
something I think about for pitchers is like it's a huge deal when you hit like 90 miles an hour. I feel like that's kind of
Yeah.
the number that you hit that and you're like, oh, okay, like I can do something with this. Do you remember the first time you hit 90?
Um, yeah, I do because I was stuck at 88 for like a year and a half. Not even 89, 88. And which even sucks. Like sucks even more, I think. But I think I hit 89 my senior year of high school, fall, and then like right when COVID hit was when I hit 90 basically, which
Nice.
is which sucked.
Yeah, that does kind of suck. You
Yeah.
finally got here.
No one could see, no one saw it. Like it was just me.
That's awesome. Another question I had, something that's been new this year, and we don't know a ton about it, is the wristbands that the pitchers wear
Mhm.
and like the catchers, and I think some of the infielders wear them too.
Yeah.
Can you explain like how those work, and do you like using them?
Um, I've got like mixed feelings about them. Because sometimes I'm like really just like trying to go and like it's taking forever or it's not working. Like they keep pressing it, but it's not going or something because there's always malfunctions with it. So like kind of gets me out of my groove sometimes. Um, but like definitely when there's someone like on second, it's definitely like that's when like you should use it. I don't think people should use it like I've seen a lot of guys just use it when guys are on base. Not like when the wind up just so the catcher just put down one sign. But like when a guy's on base, like you don't have to do like certain sign systems where you're putting down 8 signs and maybe he doesn't like I missed one, I'd throw a slider and you wanted a fastball and just get crossed up, whatever. Um, so yeah, I think there's good and bad in them. And how they work is just like it's I don't know, I don't like ours because they're so bulky, they're so fat, like just a big old like watch on you, but it just has like a little screen, it just says like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like if there's like a pick play, like a 62 or a 12 or something, you just click that in there and you just kind of run the play. But it's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty easy, but it definitely speeds the game up, I think.
You said sometimes they don't work.
Yeah, like sometimes like I think we broke like 3 of them from like the first baseman wearing them and like a just a like a line shot or like they were going for a pick at first and just hit it and broke it. Um, but even like before that, like Coach Chris would just like be pressing the button and it just wouldn't work. Like it just wouldn't pop up or something. But it didn't happen all the time, but it happened sometimes and just be frustrating. Or he'd press like he'd try to put fastball and he'd press it like 7 times. So it'd be like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And like look at him and then have to like take a second and just pitch a fastball. So that's like the only complaints I had about it.
Okay, interesting. It's good to know.
Yeah.
You guys got any more?
Yeah, so obviously D1 pitchers, they're all pretty good from the naked eye. Like everybody's touching 90 at least. What kind
Mm.
of differentiates a good pitcher to like an elite pitcher like yourself? What's kind of the next step that kind of just makes you stand out?
Um, I think a good pitcher could have like 2 pitches that are just like like really good, like a fastball and a slider or something, like a fastball and a changeup. And they're gonna work. Like it's gonna be it's gonna be a good pitcher. Like just because you don't have 4 pitches doesn't mean you're gonna be successful on the mound. But like I think a great pitcher has like 4 pitches they could throw at any time, like any count. It could be 2-1. I could like flip in a curveball or 3-0. Like if you think they've got the green light, like you could throw a changeup or something. Like um, just being able to have like such good command and like refining your pitches so well, like you're able to just throw it at any time, um, and having multiple you could throw, not just like 1 or 2. That's kind of like how I see it.
It's a good answer. My last question for you is, what's the best piece of advice you've been told about pitching that you would want to kind of pass on to younger pitchers?
That's a good one. Best piece of God. Um, that like don't let like one outing or just like pitching define you kind of like um don't get me wrong, it sucks. Like if I have a bad outing, like I'll go home and I don't want to talk to nobody. Like I won't answer my phone. Like I'll just put it away. Um, but like not being like you have to be the same person. You can't you have to be like a different hard to explain. If you have to be the same person but a different person at the same time. Like you can't have baseball just like like leak into your personal life and ruin that too just because of a bad outing or something, or have that ruin your next week of practice. Like leading up to your next start. Like take um, so that's kind of like one, and then I think failure is more important than success. Like you learn a lot more about yourself, and you gain a lot more just like knowledge and um, just like feel for the game too. I think
Nice.
so.
Like that a lot. Boys, you got anything
I
else?
had a random question I just thought of. You're from Illinois. This is
Yeah,
not correlated. Are you a Bears fan at all?
yeah.
I am too. Is Fields the real deal?
I don't know, man. I just I can't do it anymore. I mean, The White Sox have been brutal. I mean they've been a little bit better. The Bears, I mean, I like to think Justin Fields is going to be the real deal, but last year didn't look too promising. Um, but now all I'm looking forward to now is the Blackhawks. They got the number 1 pick.
There you go.
It's all good guys. So Blackhawks kind of took number 1. Bears are kind of like, third or fourth or something.
Nah, we'll be fine.
I feel like they're figuring it
The
out.
division's
I think they'll be good in the next couple years for sure.
division's wide open. Fields is gonna lead us. We'll be fine.
Yeah, we don't got to worry about Rodgers anymore.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. That's nice.
Well, that was a good closing question. So thank you, Trev. Sweet. Well, Emmett, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it and can't wait to watch you next year, man.
Of course. Thank you guys for having me. It was awesome.
We appreciate it. We'll see you later.
Yep.
See you guys.
All right. Thank you, Emmett. Another great guy. All the baseball guys I really like. Just homies.
Bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
Bunch of dudes you want to just hang out with. A lot of Husker news to update on. A lot of recruits. It's been almost too much to keep up with. It has been too much to keep up with for me.
Yeah.
A lot of 2024 guys. Do you have a list of who?
We're still not back.
Yeah. I have
No,
the
we
20
are.
I have the
You want
2024.
to discuss this right now? Because you said you wanted.
Well, I just really love that Jordan Westerkamp interview that you guys did. He was more even keeled.
Until he actually went through the schedule.
No, he was still staying the pace. He wasn't getting ahead of himself like you clowns, and I really appreciated it. I was smiling during that. So the guy, he knows football. He's been through the trenches. He knows you're not just gonna got a 4-star. We're gonna win now. He knows.
He had us at 9-3
I
though.
appreciated that.
Yeah,
I could see. If I could take 9-3, I put money on us over 6.5.
did.
So
You did?
I love 9-3, but we're not going to the championship.
No. Why not?
Shoot for the stars.
We're 8-point
Even
dogs
if you
against
miss, you'll
Minnesota.
land. No,
Week
shoot
one.
for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars.
We're 8-point underdogs game 1. We lose that game, the whole season's.
I did say that today at work. I said all of my hope relies on this Minnesota game.
It's just like last year. We have so much hope, and then we lay an egg to Northwestern, who wins 1 game the rest of the zero games the rest of the year.
That first drive, though.
I know. So I need to see us beat Minnesota first, which I did bet us +8 already. So
You already have it done.
yeah.
I just don't understand like that line because no one's played. I just don't see over a touchdown.
I thought 8 was really high. I can see us being like dogs by a little bit, but
Yeah.
Like
8's a lot.
3 to even like 3 seems like a lot because neither team has a ton going into the year.
They don't have that running back, right?
No, and they don't
No.
have the quarterback.
Yeah, the guy that's been there for 10 years.
Yeah.
Tanner
So
Morgan.
I don't know how you say like this team is 8 points better than.
I know.
So
Still kind of scares me though. Just the fact
You
that
don't
they
need to be
are.
scared.
We'll see. I'd love
Just
to see it.
go in blindly confident.
I'm
Why not?
confident, but I know that a lot of the season depends on it.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, it's
Other than that, I'm not really worried until Michigan.
hate that it's on a Thursday.
That's
That
concerning.
sucks.
If it was on Saturday, I would have no concern. But we've played in week 0, and then we decided to play on a Thursday of week 1. Just shouldn't be doing that. Play on Saturday.
Yeah, why are we doing that?
I think
Why are
it's
we doing that to ourselves?
Big Ten's choice? I don't think it's our choice because they've been Big Ten games. We don't really have control over that.
I also hate the Big Ten just starting. Like, everybody else plays a cupcake week 1.
Get
Yeah,
a feel of the
seriously.
season.
Even
Yeah.
let us play just like Colorado.
Yeah, no, we'll see. A lot riding on that game. Though.
Well, I do agree with that.
We win that game, I might switch everything I've ever said.
If we win that, it's 4-0
If we win it by more than 14 points, I'm already all in, but I'll be even more all in.
Yeah, you can't not be.
Yeah. I was bored at work the other day, and I started looking at tickets for the Michigan game, and they're like 140 to 150 right now. And I was so close to pulling the trigger because if we start out 4-0, it's gonna be a hot ticket.
Game day.
Game day, and it'd be a hot ticket. I'd probably resell it, which we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about pulling the trigger though. I want to go to the game regardless.
If we beat Minnesota convincingly and Colorado convincingly and take care of business, could be game day, I think.
Yeah.
Especially
that
Rule's
early.
first year.
I don't want game day here though. After last one.
Yeah, that's true.
Scarred.
PTSD.
Yeah.
The thing is, if we beat Michigan, Colorado is not going to be good. I think they've got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Deion's foot, like he almost had his foot amputated.
Yeah.
And then it's a whole production with Deion where I just don't know how locked in everybody is. So I think we beat Michigan or beat
Michigan.
Minnesota.
Sure.
We beat Minnesota, and then we just coast.
Yeah, it's just
4-0
it's
easily.
all on game one though. Cause
If
we lay an egg against Minnesota and lose, how are we going to be feeling going into Colorado? I'm going to be scared. I know we should beat them on paper, but our confidence is going to be shot. It's going to be scary. Still should win regardless, but
yeah.
I think if we look the way we did last year, then I'm very nervous for Colorado. But I think if it's like we lose on a last-second field goal, if it's like something weird that we couldn't really control, then I'm still like, okay, we go into Michigan 3-1, probably lose that one, and then just kind of get back on ship. At least at that point, you're halfway to a bowl game.
I just thought about this now. This has been 2 years. This will be our second year in a row having a transfer quarterback start game one.
yeah. Has it been announced though?
No,
Sim.
but
Wait, I haven't thought about Husker football in a while.
It'll be Sims. It won't be
It's Sims,
Harvard.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot Casey. Jeez, that's where my mind's at. I forgot
Yeah.
he transferred.
Casey's gone.
Yeah, so it'll be Sims. Yeah,
Which is a weird feeling, like going into your first game where you're like, we have no idea how this quarterback's going to be.
Yeah, it's not great.
I mean, Sims is good.
Yeah,
Georgia Tech
and he
was
has
just bad.
experience.
Yeah. So did Casey.
So did Casey.
But Casey got benched.
But Casey wasn't the problem last year. I don't think.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
we're a couple months out.
Sims left
getting
on
there.
like a good. He wasn't going to get like benched.
Mm-hmm.
Casey wasn't going to be the starter anymore. He got benched before Quinn Ewers even got to campus. So that probably was a lot that went into that decision as well.
Yeah.
So I just got benched, and the top-rated recruit since Vince Young is coming in.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited. This week I felt a little bit of that I need football
Oh yeah.
here.
Yeah, we're getting in the dog days.
Yeah.
Tough to
It's-
podcast too.
It is.
We're gonna have to dig deep. Not a lot going on.
I was
in the
looking through our
sports world.
old TikToks of our NFL picks and parlays.
Oh, I can't wait to get into it.
Those were
TikToks,
Yeah.
some hot takes. Those are my favorite. Get the people fired up. All right, yeah. Can we talk a little bit about the recruits?
yeah, so as of last week, we got, is it Donovan Hall from Bellevue West?
Yes, I believe.
Doesn't sound right. Yeah.
Is it? Is it Donovan?
That's what I'm not sure on
Oh.
pronunciation. That was my best guess.
I think it's Davon.
Davon.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
Davon.
that sounds
Yeah,
right.
Davon Hall.
Isaiah McMorris.
Mhm. K1 Lacey.
Yep. I'm just gonna go to you if I don't know.
We should have proofread this before.
Evan Taylor, 3-star out of North Carolina. Braylon Purdy, another 3-star out of Texas. Donovan Jones from Omaha North. I mean, it's just a ton of guys in the last week or two.
Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been a whirlwind.
Yeah, I mean, I wish they were all 23 guys, but unfortunately that's too late.
Yeah.
But it's a good feeling knowing we have a good class coming in after year one, because I think that class is 16th overall as of now.
Yep, I saw that today. And we got Danny Dimes.
Yeah. And
So
I think he's going to be really good.
He's also a really good player recruiter, it looks like.
Yeah. He's everything that Raiola thought he was.
Yes. Yes.
And now Raiola is just
missing.
Mm-hmm.
And
we're about to get Carter Nelson.
yeah, Carter
Yep.
Nelson.
Carter
by the
Nelson
time
on
this
Should
is
we
out.
break the
Wednesday.
news?
It's huge. Breaking news.
Carter Nelson to Nebraska confirmed.
Yep.
Please credit Boys Down Bad.
Yes, please. We recorded this on
Tuesday.
Yep.
He's committing tomorrow.
Yep.
I've heard from sources he's in.
N.
Yep.
Yes.
In.
It's exciting. It's a big
He's a stud.
big flip.
Yeah.
Tight end room is insane.
Yeah.
I had this thought, and I was talking to somebody where right now he plays 8-man football. Is there going to be any sort of like gap in like not knowing exactly how 11-man is?
Probably.
Yeah,
We'll
but
probably
we
have to
don't.
pick
We
it
don't.
up.
He's not really expected to play like when he
Right,
comes
yeah.
because we got enough dogs there.
That's what's
Yeah.
nice is like
He'll get to learn. Yeah.
next in 24 he doesn't need to play. I mean, 8-man football is weird. There's a lot of different rules that like there has to be a backwards pass before you can throw it forward. It's some
It's weird.
weird stuff to where I think having him here for a year because he'll be behind Fedoni
Yeah.
can kind of learn how it goes.
Is he 23 or 24?
He might be 23.
Nelson,
Yeah.
I think he's 23.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
Normally I'd be worried about like an 8-man guy, but you just look at his offer list.
Yeah, and
It's insane.
Georgia wants him. Every school wants him.
Yeah.
So that's what doesn't really
and
concern
like
me.
his build, the guy's a freak.
Yeah, I mean, everything jumps off the page.
Yeah.
That he's a can't miss guy. That was my only thing is 8-man or is 11-man going to be way different than 8? It looks like he
It will be, but
He'll be
that's
fine.
why I think it'll be good that he has a lot of people to learn
Maybe he
from.
is 24.
He's 24.
Oh.
But he
24.
wants I think he's just getting it out of the way now.
Yeah.
Cuz I mean it's Alabama, it's Georgia, Nebraska. It's not like he's going to pick up that huge school
Right. He already has.
within the next year.
Yeah. Exciting week.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Let's move into the down bads of the week. Trevin, would you like to start us?
Yeah, I was struggling to find a down bad. I chose one that I know nothing about, but my down bad is Wagner in Russia. You guys know anything about this? Because I just saw a couple tweets, like, what's going on? But from my understanding, there was almost a civil war in Russia, because I think Wagner was, like, their own military group within Russia, and they were, like, very against what Russia's doing. Correct me if I'm wrong in any of this, because I've seen, like, 2 tweets.
I don't know anything about it, but I saw it.
I think
heard
they're
Billy
down
Football talk about it.
bad.
So
Take that with a grain
I
of
think
salt.
they're down bad because I think what Putin eventually said is either like fight with us or get out of the country or something, and then they kind of just backed off.
I'm very limited on my knowledge on
Yeah,
this.
I don't.
But
know
I
my
also
Russian
heard, like,
civil wars. very well.
Putin like got out of Russia just in case things went south.
Oh.
Huh.
But
Interesting.
maybe they figured it out. I'm sure he's back.
I think it's all resolved now. Like, no civil wars happening. That
Okay, that's good.
That is good.
I don't know.
Good there's no civil war. Yeah, I mean,
I think
someone
they're-
in that situation would be down bad.
I think they're
not
down
sure
bad.
who it would be,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Something's going on in Russia, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
Even if they're fighting against each other, don't like it.
Still don't like it.
We need everything with Putin to be just fine.
Yeah.
What's going on with the war?
The Ukraine?
Yeah,
I haven't heard much about the
haven't heard
Ukraine.
I think they're still
Um,
fighting.
I think they are.
I know
It's been
we're
going on for a while.
funneling money still.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
I don't think we want to get involved, but we just keep sending money.
Yeah.
Which is always fun. Just
Hopefully that's done soon.
Well, we figured out how to get out of debt, so we can keep funneling money. We
True.
solved it.
We did, yeah.
Just a big old parlay.
Big old parlay.
yeah. We also just need to stop giving our money to other countries for free. If they're gonna pay us back, it's
They're
fine.
not.
But I don't think Ukraine's paying us back. Unfortunately. Maybe they are. Maybe we have a good contract with them, but
Yeah, maybe. Trevin, this is a side note. Have you noticed Jack Nicklaus?
I did see that. That was a nice touch.
That's really nice. It really pulls the room together.
Yep.
Jack Nicklaus.
I
Never
mean, it's
forget
It's just an all-time picture.
the Cobra lacrosse.
Shout out Cobra Lacrosse in Omaha.
Yep.
Anyway, my down bad is Scott Frost, because some school was doing a fireworks stand, and they came out with a firework called Frost Warning, Frost Advisory,
right.
something like that.
One of those.
And the price was $16.31, which was his record at Nebraska. So that's just savage. Just Frost catching a stray from the school.
Yeah, you would think those strays are about over.
It's kind of out of the blue. Like,
Yeah,
did we need to throw that shot?
That's good marketing.
it is.
Yeah,
good
it is
marketing.
great.
People are gonna buy that just so they can blow it up. They're gonna
True.
make a lot of money off that.
Yeah,
I don't blame them. I wish I would have thought about it. To be honest, thought of it.
Yeah, very funny though.
Maybe we should have our own firework.
I don't know if we.
Boys sound bad firework.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know how to make that was one of my questions for Engineer Jackson. We have to have him on sometime.
fireworks.
How do you make a firework?
And how do you make it like say words and stuff?
I have had the thought we need to have cooler fireworks. With how advanced technology has gotten, all fireworks are the same now. We've been doing the same fireworks for 100 years.
That's a good point.
Why can't we have like animations in our fireworks?
Yeah, we need cooler fireworks. That's a great.
I'll work. Oh, there's a business idea.
I wonder if we've just like
Animated fireworks.
capped out at our potential with fireworks, though. That'd be my only
True, a
thought.
lot of safety issues probably.
Yeah, you can't get. You hit a certain point, and then if you go past it, it's not safe, and then you're blowing.
Yeah, I'm not a big
Houses.
firework guy.
I mean, I feel like Elon could make a dope firework.
Does Elon
Yeah.
know what he's doing though?
Sure. Maybe not. I don't know.
Why don't we have cooler fireworks? Because I mean they're all the same. I need to see like 2 fireworks a year, then I'm over it. I'm like, oh cool,
That
it's
is.
gonna go up and explode. And
I agree with that.
I'll work
Hot
on
take: fireworks are boring.
it. I agree.
Yeah,
I know Chris would have a different opinion. He's
Yeah,
a big
Chris-
firework guy, but
Chris loves fireworks.
yeah.
I like watching other people blow up fireworks. But I'm not gonna spend hundreds of dollars on a firework. It's just me.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna spend $20.
And I get to the point, like, you see, like, fireworks shows, and they normally last, what, 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
5 minutes in, I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah,
I don't need to see any more.
yeah. It's nothing crazy. I mean,
Don't be the person that puts up fireworks on your Snapchat story.
Yeah,
No
no one
Don't do
cares.
that. Everybody's watching fireworks. You're not. You're
you
not
also just don't
different.
need to take pictures of it, just in general.
No.
When are you gonna look back at those?
That's a good point.
Just don't be that person.
I
There's gonna
haven't-
be plenty. We're gonna see it 4th of July. We're gonna see a million Snapchats.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I have another hot take that I thought about the other day. I would say 98% of the pictures that are taken are never looked at again.
Like
Just anyone.
any picture.
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean, I
are
look
you
at-
going through your camera roll and looking at pictures? Unless you're trying to, like,
have.
find a specific one.
I do
Like,
because
from
they're
this.
I'll take pictures of like my child.
That's different.
But yeah,
Like, when you're...
other than that, it's like if I just like take a picture with
Like,
the
if you-
guys at, like a golf trip.
Yeah. Or you take a picture of, like, a sunset. You ever going back and looking at that sunset?
No.
No. I'm more of an in the moment guy.
Yeah.
Which also I've been trying to get out of. Like, I try to enjoy the moment more. But yeah, I don't really go back and like, if you like were recording like a buzzer beater or something, how many times do you go back and watch that? You don't really.
No.
So why not just be in the moment?
Yeah, exactly. You're going to remember it better. Or concerts.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for that. I don't send them to people, but I just
You do take videos?
if it's a good song that I love, I'll take a video.
Do you ever go back
but
and listen
I
to
never
them?
go back and listen.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I
Well, that's
feel
a
like
good
it'd have
point.
to be like my number one artist for me to like record something. It'd have to be
Yeah.
like my number one artist and my favorite song.
Yeah.
And then maybe I would record 30 seconds of it. But I'm not, yeah. I don't really like go back and.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Something to think about.
Let's try to be in the moment.
Try to
more,
be in the
America.
moment. Yeah. Unless it's like a momentous occasion, like you're taking pictures of your child or something.
Yeah. Then you're going to.
Because you're probably going to look at those pictures.
Yeah. Because
That's
you
why I
like,
said 98%.
yeah. The other 2% of the time I look pictures, they're just random. Or I'm
Yeah.
just looking for something
Yeah, like,
else. And I
oh,
see it.
something funny happened. Funny pictures are different.
Yeah.
Because you'll go back and look at funny pictures.
Mhm.
But if it's just like a random moment,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, I need to remember this. It's like, no, you're
You
gonna
don't.
forget about this in 36 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
I have an up good.
Okay.
Rocco's Pizza and Cantina.
Yes.
So they, if you don't know, they do the Jello shot challenge where you pay $5, you get a Jello shot, you pick what team you're buying it for. They do donate, I think it's like $1 to each school's like food bank,
Mm-hmm.
and then like 25 cents to like a Council Bluffs and Omaha area like food bank. So
Yep.
they do good with it. They sold 95,030 Jello shots.
Okay.
So times
what
that
are they?
by,
$5.
so they made $475,000.
They were $5, right?
Yeah,
Okay. 475,000 off of Jello shots.
of just Jello shots.
So then they
So you
is
don't.
that including? So they donate part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still, that's insane.
So I mean, they donated about close to like 100K probably. If you donate $1 for
Yeah.
everyone, and then 25 cents for like a local food bank. So made almost $500,000. I was talking to my wife about that, and I was like, you could just close for like the rest of the year and be fine.
Yeah.
You made almost $500,000. Like,
Just off Jello. That's not counting all the beers.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
right.
Whew.
And what College World Series is 2 weeks.
I think it's just a week and a half.
We can have. Yeah.
So
That's insane.
I mean, obviously you can't do that all year round, but you'd think they would try and like do that for some. You got to try and replicate it, or maybe you don't, because then it loses its like
Yeah.
shine.
I think a bar in Lincoln should do like a running total of some sort of shot all of Husker season. And you try to get like just as many. Try to beat like every year. You try to
Yeah,
get more. That's
Or you could
something.
do it for opposing teams that come in.
True.
count theirs for a little bit more.
So that way
because-
it's competition. When you come into Lincoln, you
You
gotta
try to
have this
beat
shot.
the other teams that have come in.
The BDB shot.
BDB shot.
We need a sponsorship. Berries. We need to get to berry.
I've
on
actually
berries.
I've talked to people at Berries.
Yeah?
And then they stopped replying to me.
We could sponsor a shot.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then they gotta give us the money, which they don't want to do.
Yeah.
Nobody does that we've talked to.
We'll say like a percentage.
Just
a
throwing
percentage
strays
goes.
right now.
We could say a percentage goes to charity, and that charity can be us. That's
Yeah.
that's in the fine prints.
The charity is us. Oh,
Now we're talking.
all right.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it. We have a really good BDB3 this week, I think. We're going to have some good answers. Peters, what did you came up with it?
things that make you feel old. So as
Yeah.
25 and 26-year-olds, we shouldn't be feeling this old at this age.
Oh, I feel old all the time.
But there are just some things that I'm like, you are old as dirt.
Yep. Who should start?
I mean, I can start.
Go for it.
So my number 3 is when sleeping in becomes 7 or 8 a.m.
Yep. Good one.
It was really fun sleeping in until like 10 on a weekend. But now, like, even just like working, it's like you don't really just sleep in that late.
Yep.
And then you have a kid, and then it's like 6 o'clock becomes like we had a good night.
Oh,
of
nice.
sleep.
We made it to 6.
Yeah. My number 2 and what this really stemmed from was seeing professional athletes that are much younger than you.
Yep.
So,
Yeah,
like,
that's a good one.
Yeah.
As 25, like a 23, 24-year-old, like that doesn't really shock you, but like Wembanyama, he's what, 18?
Yeah.
So like I'm 7 years older than him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That even like in watching college, like you see guys are like freshmen, and it's like that kid looks just like I do,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm 25.
Yeah. No, I've always had that thought, just like watching a game on the couch, like an NFL game. There's a guy that's like 25 years old, and he's just a freak athlete, and I'm sitting on the couch watching a beer. I'm like, how are we in the same like age group? It's
Yeah.
it is wild.
And then my number 1 is just having a kid. It's like you just
Yeah.
you just like feel like so much older, and it's like I hear about like people going out super late, and I'm just like, man, I had been sleeping for like 5 hours, and like I was up 3 hours later with the kid,
Yeah.
and just more responsibilities. It just makes you feel old, and I
Mhm.
shouldn't feel that old at 25.
Those are good ones.
Yeah, I can go.
Go for it.
My number 3 is gonna be saving up for retirement, contributing to that Roth
Yeah.
monthly.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It's just, it's kind of tough scene. I mean, it's good for the long run, but you're like, man,
Sucks.
really, it's like 30 years down the road, and you got to do it.
Got to do
Yeah.
it.
Number 2 is going to be appreciating a good bottle of wine. Something you would never find me doing in college. These all Busch Lights, Natties.
Are you?
And now I'm a big wine guy now.
Yeah. Are you at a point where you can like tell what's good and what's bad?
Yeah, and I know like what wines I like and what wines I don't like. And
Nice.
I do appreciate a good bottle of wine. It's sometimes good to go with dinner. Just pop open a bottle of wine, have a couple glasses. It's a
Sure.
good night, but you
That's
would
a good
not
one.
find 21-year-old Trev doing that
No.
in college.
No.
Not at all.
Number 1 is gonna be heartburn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've only had heartburn a couple times, thankfully, but the first time I wanted to die. And
Yeah.
it's something I'd heard my brother talk about, all his friends talk about. They carry Prilosec on hand
Mm-hmm.
just because in case it happens, they're aware. Something you learn with age, I guess, and not looking forward to my next one because,
Heartburn sucks.
not fun.
Yeah, that's just not good.
Those are good. I don't know what order to put these in. I'm gonna branch off Trev a little bit. For number 3, I'm gonna go bloating.
Yep.
Now when I drink beer or like carbonated stuff, I feel bloated. That's just a weird.
Yeah.
Never felt that
Something you don't
until like
think
the
about.
last year. Terrible. I hate it. Number 2, I'm gonna go doing something that you used to do, but now it's really hard. So, like playing. I just played slow pitch softball last night. In my younger days, I could do that, feel fine the next day. I felt horrid this morning. Got up, I was sore, shoulders were sore, legs were sore. It was terrible.
I don't think I could throw a ball without my arm.
Oh,
Just
No.
my arm.
I think my shoulders. I think I have some long-term issues I need to look at, but I haven't thrown a ball since college because I kind of messed it up during softball and just haven't bothered since.
Yeah, same. I'm in the same boat. Number 1, I'm gonna go just jumping. Have you guys jumped lately?
Nope.
No.
Go try to jump. Like, go try to dunk a basketball or something. You just feel so
yeah.
unathletic and like something feels wrong.
Doing any sort of sport that's not either golf or like softball,
Yeah.
those like you can kind of get by on because it's like golf is not super taxing, and like we all played baseball growing up, so it's a little bit easier. But like when we went and like played basketball at Luke's,
Yeah, it was
the knees were just shot the next day.
it was terrible.
Oh, it's
And I felt like I was hardly getting off the ground and just felt so unathletic. It was terrible.
yeah.
Problem is, we're still young.
I know. What's it going to
We're
feel like when we're like
25,
40?
26. Ugh. Yeah. It's scary. I need to start
That's
stretching.
why I really respect my dad. Like, I would always ask him to go play in the yard. That had to have sucked.
Yeah, that's not looking forward like 15 years down the line. Even
Trying
like
to
10
run.
years down the line, like, hey, can we go play catch for an hour? It's like, my arm's going to be shot after
Exactly.
15 minutes.
Exactly.
Like,
do you
I
guys
just,
think like, do you guys stretch at all like daily?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't. I need to because I think that might help. If you had like a morning routine or something, but I don't.
So my back normally hurts when we golf, but I've started stretching before.
Hmm.
It does help.
Yeah, I need to get on that.
Yeah, try stretching a time or two.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions.
when mowing the lawn is fun.
I do enjoy
I
mowing
love mowing the
lawn.
lawn.
Yeah. I just, as a kid, I dreaded the day I'd have to like, my dad would ask me to go mow the lawn, and I'd be like, it's going to just suck. And now it's like, all right, we're just going to hang out for a little bit.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Have a beer.
I like when you go through old boxes and you see like the video games that you used to play. That's a weird feeling.
Sad.
How they were like the new great thing when you were playing them, and now it's like no one touches this.
Yeah. I saw like old like sports pictures of like your like team pictures, and it was from when I was like 10, and I was like, that was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Like that just doesn't seem like it should be.
Counting
correct.
the number of years since you graduated high school,
Yeah.
that's a scary thing.
Oh, having to think about your age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People ask me my age, and I have to think about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Being closer to 30 than 20.
Yep.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Not really caring about your birthday.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't care when I don't want to do anything for my birthday anymore. I'm like,
Yep.
yeah, whatever. Just another year.
Hangovers.
Yeah, that was along with my
Hangovers.
heartburn. I had that.
Cheap alcohol.
Yeah.
Like just like you see like Fireball and like, oh.
Ugh.
Yeah. Just
I used to do that.
Side
but
note: have you guys had the Busch Light Peach?
No. Is it
No.
good?
Yeah, pretty good.
Okay.
Not as good as a Busch Light Apple, but still solid. I got myself a case and
Nice.
enjoying it.
Let's try it out.
I had seeing like kids you went to high school with that were like just a couple grades younger than you, but like seeing them with real jobs and like in the big world, that's like, or just like younger brothers of your
Yeah.
friends, like actually in the real world, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
And
weird.
you realize, oh wait, they're 23, 24.
Yeah.
when I get a haircut from your sister, it feel like it's like Sydney just isn't that old.
Yeah.
And then it's like, nope, she's just an adult
Yep.
in the workforce.
We're all adults. Whenever I see like kids or like even guys in college like wearing those Pit Viper sunglasses,
I hate that.
but they all wear them.
I know.
So I'm just like, I'm too old for that trend.
Yeah. It's like, if everybody likes it, is it me or is it actually like just dumb?
Yeah. Or am I just old?
Or am
I'd say
I
just getting annoyed by like high schoolers and
Yeah.
middle schoolers, being like, these kids are rascals.
Yeah.
Is what I think. Like,
yeah, like when
that was me.
Like cookies and
yeah.
the neighbors are like loud at like, it'll be like 9 o'clock at night. And I'm just like, why are these kids like making so much noise?
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, it's 9 o'clock. You were being loud on Friday night at 9 o'clock with your friends.
Yeah. I'm really big on like the graphics on like sporting events, like the scoreboards. And then if you see like a replay of a game you remember and it just looks super outdated, that's kind of a weird feeling.
Yeah.
Sad stuff.
Yeah. This wasn't as fun as I thought it was.
No, I got a little
No,
sad.
kinda
when you
sad,
guys were
yeah.
Talking about that.
It's terrible.
But it's going to be all the more fun when we retire.
When you have that 401k.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna golf every single day.
Yeah. That's why you got to start stretching now.
Yeah.
You're
You
right.
Your
gotta
body can take it.
Yep.
You got to think the long game.
That's a good point.
get the stretching in now so you can golf
Later.
18 easily.
Yes. All right, let's do roulette.
25. And then 30.
Come on.
24. 18. Oh, close.
Again.
Yeah, you gotta.
One more.
For
Two more.
30.
Oh, 7.
15's right there.
All right.
Well, one more.
One more just for fun.
Chris
If you guys win, Chris is gonna be
Chris would want to go one
No,
more.
he would
Yes,
not.
he would.
Yeah.
It's just 35. He's been so close.
Yeah. And then it's just 40.
Come on, 15.
24.
This is where we strive. Ugh. 31.
Oh,
Thank
31. Oh.
I think I would have
Alright.
actually been mad if that was it.
Been hilarious.
All right. This is the Boys Down Bad podcast. I'm Dylan.
Peters.
I'm Trev.
Have yourselves a top 10 weekend.